How's everyone doing? Super excited and fired up to be here talking with each and every last one of you all. But y'all know how I like to start this out. Do one of three things for me right now. I want you to like, share, and comment because you never know who might needs to hear this. And the whole purpose of me coming to you each and every week is to become the river and not the reservoir. So that's to give you value so you can go out there and give value to others. But I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Now, I know I had got asked a question, I want to say it was the day before yesterday, and somebody asked me, like, what are some wise things that you got from life? And I told them in a short sense of what I did get, but I know the first thing that I told this individual was don't change yourself. Don't try to conform yourself to everyone else. You have to be first authentic to yourself. You have to be. Don't change who you are to fit into someone else's frame. You get that? Because the whole world may change, but don't change yourself. Just remain exactly who you are, because who you are is true to you. And then if they don't like it, then they will separate themselves from you. I want everybody to, if you got a notepad or a pen or whatever it is, write this down. Be yourself because everyone else is taken. Be yourself. Be true. Be authentic to yourself and never switch up. I've met a lot of people over these years, and we go through a period of not talking. Then one thing that people always say when we do rejoin each other is, DT, you never change. You always stay the same. So you have to be true and authentic to yourself and stay that person. Stay that person. Even if you lose people in the process. Now we swaying over into relationships. I want you to think about this one. There's another thing I had said. Forget about the breakups and move on. Yeah, breakups hurt. They hurt. But to move on is a wise decision. So now you got to figure out, why would you even mourn over a breakup? Because if that person actually wanted to be in your life, they would stay in your life or find a way to work their way back into your life. Like, what have you really lost during the time of an end of a friendship, a relationship, or whatever the case might be? What have you really lost? That's something that you got to ask yourself. Because the one who really didn't care is gone for good. So you got to think about it. The blessing could be the breakup. I'm going to say that again. The blessing could be the breakup. Because that person will never return to actually cause some type of confusion in your life or some type of pain in your life. So now if you're looking at it from that viewpoint, who really gaining from the situation? Who is really gaining from the situation? I want you to move on and do not stay stuck on that failed part of a relationship, whether it be business relationships or whether it be personal relationships or whether it be friendships or even relationships with family. Do not stay stuck up on it, because the blessing comes in separation. I'm going to say that again. The blessing comes in separation. And one of the biggest ones that I told this individual was learn from your mistakes, but also learn from the mistakes of others. Because I know to gain any type of experience in life, you have to be able to face some type of difficulty or, most of all, failures. If you don't make a mistake, you're not trying. I'm going to say that again. If you do not make a mistake, you are not trying. To make mistakes is common. Everybody make mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. Matter of fact, whoever viewing this video right now have made some type of mistake in life, but the experience that you gain from making mistakes is you become more wiser. But the only thing about it is you have to have the courage to muster up to even attempt anything. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you, you do not have to fret upon the result of whatever you're doing. As long as you know that you're putting in the right amount of work. Notice I said right amount of work. Then don't worry about the mistakes that come in between, because to me, I just see those as building blocks to my success. Those are building blocks to my success. Every failure, every mistake, every downfall, every rock bottom, those are just building blocks. And I always tell people the fun part is starting back at zero. Because I know exactly what it is that I need to do to get to the next level. Because I just assess the mistakes that I did make. And then furthermore, many people learn from the mistakes of others. That's why I have mentors, so they can actually guide me in the right direction. Because there's a lot of things that I haven't experienced that they experience. So I can take from their experience and build upon my experience to put me in the right direction. And that's just saving me from going through all the heartache and the pain that life could throw at me. Learning from the mistakes of others. But in the process, don't be arrogant. I'm going to say that again. And I told him this right here was a big one. Do not be arrogant. With time and people. You have to adopt this thing called humility. You have to be humble. Do not be arrogant. I heard, I want to say it was Kevin Hart. He said the same people you see when you going up is going to be the same people that you see when you going down. And I know one thing about me, and I know my mother raised me this way, is always treat the janitor like the CEO. Always. There is no different. Everybody on this God green earth is the same. I see no one is different. I don't see no one better than me. I don't see nobody under me. Everyone is the same. I don't give a care what type of wealth, what type of education you acquire. I'm going to treat you as a human being. And I'm going to carry it in that manner. Because when you start acting arrogant and you don't develop this thing called humility, guess what? It can be taken away from you. Everything can be stripped away from you just by the impolite way that you loved on people. That's what humility is. It's loving on people. You have to be able to love people as you love yourself. So I'm going to treat you as I would treat me. And most of all, listen to this one. Learn to accept the failures in life. Everyone is going to go through a process in life where a failure comes. You can't run from it. Only thing that you can do is just accept it and move forward. Accept it and move forward. And then when I do fall, I don't want to fall back on something else. I would rather fall forward so I can know what's to come. Because trust me, you will not gain success in everything when you first do it. You have to go through this process called failure, but you have to be able to endure this process. Because failure is a part of life. And you have to be able to accept this as fact. Failures teach you more lessons than your wins. Or your success. We'll say it like that, success. You learn more in your darkest hours than you do your lightest hours. And that's the one thing that will make you more wiser on this journey called life. So when he asked me this, what are some wise things or some things that I learned over time? Those were pretty much my reply. Because life, always be willing to learn, because life is going to be your biggest teacher. And guess what? It's never going to stop teaching. You just have to remain a student, remain humble, stay down with the process, and take the lessons from it and move on. But I hope you took some type of value from this video that you're viewing right now. And like I said, always remember to love, serve, and grow. And let's go out there and start to actually embrace the things that come with life and look at it from a whole different type of perspective this week, from here on out. But me and my brothers do got a podcast, and I'm super excited about it. It's called the Mind Report podcast. It's available on all streaming devices, all streaming platforms. Go and check it out right now. But y'all have a good one, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Let's start this week off right, all right?